Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Detrone Does It. Of course, I am Detrone, and I does stuff. And this week, it's story time again. I'm going to be telling you guys how I was welcomed to the state of Texas with a traffic ticket, which was my first ticket in, I don't know, 10 years. All right, so let me back up. The reason why I'm even telling this story is because I posted a video about taking my Tesla to Corpus Christi to get it worked on. And in that video, I said this. Kingsville is famous for two reasons. One, they got a supercharging station. Two, it's the first place that I got a ticket in 10 years. First day that I moved to Texas. That's a story for another time. And after that video got posted, a couple of viewers asked me to tell the story that I referenced in that clip. And so that's today's story. So let me give you a little bit of background about myself. I am from Flint, Michigan. I was most recently living in California. I have a video about me and my wife preparing to move to Texas. We hop on a plane, we got all of our stuff packed up, and we fly from San Jose, California to Corpus Christi, Texas. Now, I've never been to Texas before. I know nothing about the Corpus Christi area. All I know is I'm headed somewhere else. So I get into the city, I get to the place that I'm picking up my car, and my car has a dealership plate on it. I pack all of my things into the car. I got strollers, carriers, bags because we are permanently moving here. So we took a bunch of stuff on the plane with us. Plus, got my infant son and my wife. We jump in a car. Before we take off, let me tell you what kind of car I was in so that you have some idea. Got a nice SUV. It is blacked out windows and 20-inch wheels. See where I'm going with this? Maybe not. All right, so I got a bunch of stuff in the car, in a car that if it went flying past you, you'd probably be interested in. That's sort of what happened. We got no further than 45 minutes into our drive before we hit a place called Kingsville. Now, if you've ever been to Texas, the bottom of Texas, you probably know where Kingsville is. And Kingsville has this really interesting feature, speed traps. I call them speed traps because that's the only thing that someone could have been thinking about when they placed these things where they placed them. You may be going 70 miles an hour, and then within a 3-mile period, you go from 70 to 55 to 45 to 35. You come down to a crawl where you're going like 25 miles an hour, and it's quick. If you're not from this area, then you may get caught going a lot faster than what you think. That's exactly what happened to me. I'm 45 minutes in, it looks like it should be open road, and I'm flying. I'm doing slightly more than the speed limit at 70. Unfortunately, I didn't recognize that the speed limit had slowed down in Kingsville. But you know who did notice? The police officer in the unmarked SUV that I flew past, and he proceeded to hit his lights and pull me over. I don't own this car. I don't have a Texas driver's license. Dealership plates on the car. I don't have any proof that they're mine. Bunch of suitcases in the back, and I'm nervous because I've never been to Texas and I haven't gotten a ticket in 10 years. So the nerves are kicking in just a bit. As the officer walks up to the window, I roll it down. We have a bit of a conversation, and by a bit, I mean he asked me a lot of questions. Where am I coming from? Where am I headed? Do I know why he pulled me over? Bags in the back, what's going on? Then he asked me for my license, looks at it and says, California, huh? Yup. Okay, I'll be right back. Now I'm waiting. He's coming back up to the car. And now I'm like, whew, I don't see a ticket. I might have gotten away with one. Maybe Texas is really on my side. Now, I'll tell you guys, I was not a big Texas fan before I moved here. I actually had a lot of things to say about Texas, even though I had never been here before. Now, I really enjoy Texas, but before, I could say all kinds of bad things about this place. With that being said, I was thinking, hey, maybe Texas is getting ready to give me a break. I'm gonna win. So he hands me back my license. He gives me a little bit of a speech about my time here in Texas, making sure I obey the speed limit, which in general I do. And then with his opposite hand, he hands me a ticket. A big ticket because I was doing 75-ish in what ends up being a 40-mile-an-hour zone. So now I'm pissed. I only got myself to blame. And I start to tell the officer, like, hey, this is my first time. We just got here. Do you want to see my plane ticket stub? Like, can I get a break? And before any words can get out of my mouth, he said, welcome to Texas. And turned around and walked away and turned his lights off and flew past me. Guarantee you he was doing more than 40 miles an hour in that zone. But whatever. I guess I can't be bitter. I was speeding. And so I got what I deserved, but I'll tell you what, it forever will scar me on the world famous Kingsville, Texas, where there are only two things: speed traps and Tesla superchargers. Sorry if you live in Kingsville. I really haven't gotten over this. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the story. If so, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notifications button, get some alerts, find out when we're dropping new videos, which is every Monday and sometimes in the middle of the week. And if you decide not to like, share, or subscribe, you know what? I won't even be mad at you. Till next time, guys. Peace. Oh, and by the way, slow down.